Hello and welcome. My name is Space Muffin, and this is The Void Gaming. So today we're going to give you a very nice breakdown of the Harry Potter Quidditch Champion trailer that just dropped. Before we get started, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and so let's go and get into it. So, right off the bat, the game doesn't look as bad as people say it is. Now that's interesting right there. Let's pause. Let's go back. So there's a barrier, I noticed, a little barrier. And I'm a little concerned about this because I'm not saying that you should be able to fly every single, be able to fly all over the map as far as outside of the arena goes. But I think there should be a little bit of give and take. I think there should be just a little bit of going outside of the arena to a certain level just so you don't feel trapped or limited. You shouldn't. There should be invisible barriers, but you shouldn't feel like there's invisible barriers, if that makes any sense. The gameplay actually looks relatively solid. I know people were kind of saying this looks like a PS2 game. I don't really think that's the case. I think this game actually looks good. I kind of like the cartoony art style. And I like the fact that you can play this on a lot of consoles. Hopefully there's cool crossplay. Yeah, so this all looks fine. Once again, once we get our hands on the game, how limited will this be, right? What's the gameplay going to be like? How deep are the systems going to be? But so far, yeah, it looks pretty good. For those of you who played Quidditch World Cup back in the day, looks pretty similar. This was interesting to me. You can play as iconic characters. Okay, that's cool. Harry looks cool. Malfoy looks a little weird. I think this is Cho Chang that we're looking at. She looks pretty good. Of course, we got Ron. Okay, so this is what's interesting to me. Create your own champion. A lot of these games have really, really bad character creators, and it looks like this is going to be no exception. They really just zoom by this in the trailer, but if you look at all the costumes, they're literally all the same thing. So, the robes are the exact same robe, just with different colors, and I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool, I guess, but why not just make it one piece of clothing, and then you can just change the color the way you want to do it. Same with the other outfits. If you look down here, it's literally the exact same piece of clothing, it looks like. And then it looks like they're going to have a system of common, uncommon, if you look in the bottom left-hand corner. The Seeker position, that's pretty cool. So, how much is that going to affect gameplay? I don't know. So speaking of gameplay, let's go back here. So we saw the brooms for a second. They just go so quickly, but you'll notice that there's stats down here. So the Storm Rider, level 1. It would be super cool if each broom had different stats. That would be so cool because you get a little bit of, I don't know, just a little bit more in-depth customization, a little bit more of those RPG elements would be super cool. My question is, how much does the keeper position itself affect your stats versus, hopefully it seems here the brooms are going to be affecting your stats as well. And then you can possibly have different skins for the different brooms. So that's kind of cool. And then, you have your modern series, it looks like, and then I guess they're going to add a vintage series. So I'm curious, is that going to be the Nimbus 2000, like we see from the movies, or, the Firebolt and all that fun stuff. So we'll have to see how much that affects gameplay. And, this here, once again, I mean, okay, cool. You get different goggles. I want to see different face types. I want to see different body types. I want to see you really be able to make this your own character. That's kind of what I want to see. Yeah, I mean, same stuff. Okay, they're really just breezing through it because they don't want to show us. Yeah, I mean, it looks good. This looks all right. Okay, cool. Okay, so your next chapter takes flight. Okay, September 3rd. Cool. Okay. It's right around the corner. All right, so let's pause right here. We have the standard edition, which is available September 3rd, available day 1 with PlayStation Plus. Then, of course, we have the deluxe edition. So the deluxe edition, what's interesting to me is it's available digitally September 3rd, but in stores November 8th. So it's I don't know, maybe I'm missing something, but why would you buy the deluxe edition? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Why would you buy the physical version of the deluxe edition? So there are a couple questions that I have with this game. And that is like, what is the staying power of this? Is this going to be a yearly release? You know, and kind of going back to some of this gameplay footage, I want there to be like systems that are in depth. I don't want this just to be like a game that you can master in 2 seconds. I want there to be character to the arenas. I don't want there to be just like, I don't know. I don't want it just to be like a bubble. You know, you're in a bubble, and I want it to feel like you're really playing Quidditch. Like in the movies, I'll give you an example of what I mean by that. Like in the movies, like Harry, you know, okay, actually, a great example is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, when he like flies like way up there to get the golden snitch, and then like a bunch of Dementors are up there, like that, like stuff like that. Like it makes the broom flying feel a little bit more open, feel a little bit more free. So when I saw that invisible barrier, I'm just thinking like, I don't know, like obviously, once again, as I mentioned, you don't want to be able to fly a million miles up in the air, but I don't want the game to feel like it has those invisible barriers. Like it's just something that I think is kind of silly. Once again, I do agree, like there needs to be some level of limitations, but you know, if you're just running into that barrier all the time, trying to chase the ball, and then you or chase the snitch, and you just keep running into that barrier, or I don't know, I feel like that's just gonna feel weird, you know. That's just me. I know I'm going on and on about that, but I don't know. Like, we'll really have to see. I think, like, this game could benefit from a delay, you know, if they delayed it till December and really just polish some of the stuff up. I think that would be cool. Polish the systems, polish each position. And from my understanding, like, this game is going to not have, like, I think it's going to be 4v4 or 3v3 and not 5v5. Because I think there's 5 positions in Quidditch. I could be wrong there, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, they're just not showing us enough. You know, I want to see a full match be played, and maybe in the next few months or the next few weeks we're going to see that, but I don't know. It looks interesting to me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Are you going to pre-order this game? Does this game look good to you? Does this game look like garbage? Let me know in the comments below. Once again, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for your support, and we will see you in the next video.